Hey everybody, welcome back to the Next Generation podcast. So, as I said in my last video, I have a cold, my throat is killing me. I lost my voice, as you can tell, because I'm usually very loud when I'm talking to you guys, which I'm trying to control because now that I'm like listening back to how I speak, I am way too loud. Um, I guess it's because like my phone is so close to my mouth. It's like I should not be yelling, so I'm going to control my volume as my voice is gone. I'm when I played back the last video, I'm like, my voice is gone, but I can still hear myself fine. So that's how I know I'm talking way too loud in general when I'm talking to you guys. So I'm sorry for how loud I am. I was raised in a loud household. So anyways, so what I wanted to talk about, I've been thinking about this for a while now, and I feel like I may have commented this in one of my videos or probably in the past, like on other channels on my personal YouTube account. I'm not sure, but what I've been thinking is why I'm not particularly upset with Jordan, Chandler, and Gavin Arvizo compared to Wade and James, and why there is so much heat on these two guys than there was on Jordan and Gavin. So the reason why they're so different from each other is pretty much one defining thing, and that is because Jordan and Gavin were children when these allegations came up, and Wade and James are adults. So I find it I just find it that we can't really hold Gavin and Jordan accountable for what they said as children, because we found out that it wasn't them, that they really had no control over the situation. It was their parents. And if it's a sense, it's a power thing. Your parents, when you're a child, have a certain control over you. And even as adults, your parents can have some control over you in a certain sense of you not wanting to disappoint them. If you grew up in a household where your parents are very just expecting highly of you and putting you on a pedestal, you sometimes you do have that emotional that you feel that you should always please your parents. So even as an adult, I can attest to that. But I can, as a child, it's even on a grander scale, because this is your parent, and you believe that your parent wants the best for you. So if your parent is telling you to do something, you just got to do it. So, and I think that's the other thing that we forget, is that um Michael Michael wasn't really upset with Jordan and Gavin, but he was upset with the parents, and he said this. It's like it's not them. This is not who I know. It's the parents. Because I mean, if you think about it this way, what would they have had to, like, what is, they wouldn't think, hey, if I lie and say that Michael did this to me, we'll get a bunch of money. That's not how the mind of a child operates. Adults who need money, that's how their minds operate. So we have to, take that into account. But the reason why Wade and James get so much heat, is because they're adults, and they took the time to just You waited until this man died. You didn't get what you wanted and decided that this would be the way for you to get your money. I feel like with Wade, it was more so he felt entitled, that he felt that Michael was supposed to take care of him until the day that he died. Not Michael, but, Wade should have reaped the benefits from Michael. Just the name Michael should have, opened a whole bunch of doors for him. And I feel that because he wasn't living the life that he thought that he should have lived. It's more like a revenge. It's like, oh, so I can't use you anymore. Like you're not of any benefit to me, so I'm going to take the money from you. And James, we don't really know what's going on in his head because he doesn't speak. He just goes along with the plan, and that's another reason why he's not liked, because he's not talking, he's not saying anything. He said some things before, obviously, in the film, and he said something during the the Oprah interview, but Wade is carrying this whole thing and James is just going along with it. These two guys who were very close with Michael, who got to experience a friendship with him, know who he was, and you twisted that. All those years that you've known him, from when you were a child up until adulthood, you twisted those memories with him and made it something else. With Gavin and Jordan, they didn't know Michael that long, and then those accusations, came up. But you guys knew who he was, and you knew that that's what he wasn't about, and you guys were there when those allegations came about. You guys were there. You knew how this broke him. You knew the type of person that he was and knew that those things weren't true. Yet you took the things that broke Michael and made it your story and know that it wasn't true. It's really just on some devilish, shady, just wrong. How could you do? I just don't understand how you could do that to a person. You feel that why? Oh, because he's dead. It's not hurting him. But it hurts his children. It hurts his family, and it hurts the fans. It makes me open my eyes to the people that surround me. And it's life, people, they enter your life and probably not with the intent of gaining anything, but once they see that they can gain something by being in your presence, or like they can gain something by being around you or knowing you or being friends with you, and then when those benefits come to an end, people will leave when things aren't beneficial for them. In this case, they're leaving they're leaving their solidarity and their support of Michael to gain money. It's disgusting. It really makes me upset. And I just want this to come to an end. I'm just tired of seeing Michael's name being dragged through the mud by these two guys, and the fact that they are manipulating people who actually have gone through these experiences. I feel bad for those people as well, because they're believing that these two are heroes for speaking up on something that did not happen to them. And victims of any abuse, they do need somebody to look to. They do need somebody that can speak for them, because not all victims can really express themselves or are brave enough to express themselves. And then we got these two fools making a mockery out of that. I also would like to add that it would do so much justice for Michael if Jordan or Gavin were to speak up and explain to the public what was going on when these claims, when they were coerced to make these claims, and just what happened, to really explain to us what happened, because I feel like they can better tell us than anybody. And while I hope that would happen, I'm also being just empathetic and sympathetic to the fact that this probably did a lot to them mentally. I couldn't imagine having a parent coerce me to go against somebody that I care about or somebody that I love, and potentially put them in a spot that their livelihood, their life is in danger of them being, imprisoned. I couldn't imagine what that has done to them. And the fact that not them, but the claims that was made is what really destroyed Michael. How it hurt him, and how it put this target on his back, and how even that he's gone, there's still two people out there who are piggybacking off of their lies and saying that Michael molested them. I really can't imagine what that has done to them. But if they really do come out and say, what really happened, that, they were coerced and things like that, they're going to need a strong support system. And I feel that we should all be open to hearing what happened and how they felt, and that, we shouldn't judge them and just hear them out. So that's what I wanted to add. Y'all, that's all I wanted to talk about. Please leave your thoughts and comments in the comment section below. I would love to hear you guys, your thoughts on it. So until next time, see you later.